unboxing time. Now, I feel I owe you a little bit of an explanation for my rather striking t-shirt. Now, I don't know if you can see that. It says Vittel there. Can you see that? And down the bottom it says À vous le tour. Yes, this is a t-shirt which was thrown to me while I was attending the Tour de France. One of the stages, can't quite remember which one. Might have been Alpe d'Huez when, who was it? Anyway, when somebody won. Christophe Riblon, that was it. Mark Cavendish was there. Not sure if it was that stage. It might have been the stage a few years later on Ventoux. Yes, I was on Ventoux, and a publicity caravan came along and it chucked out a load of tat. Yes, made in China tat. And one of the things was this t-shirt. Now, it's got this rather unusual design of collar, and you might say to yourself, they don't chuck t-shirts out of the Tour de France publicity caravan with a torn collar. And no, you're quite right, the t-shirt was far too tight around my neck. It was like that for some reason, and I was unable to talk properly. So I thought, well, it's a cheap t-shirt, but it's free, in fact. Very light material, so quite nice in the warmer weather. So I got some scissors and I went snip, 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 as you would do if you were doing your own hairdressing during the coronavirus pandemic. I've not done my own hairdressing. You may think that is an oversight, and you may well be right. Anyway, I'm trying to establish a hairstyle that I had about 47 years ago, and slightly different colour, but anyway. Now, what am I doing today? I'm doing an unboxing, and as per usual during unboxings during the coronavirus pandemic, the outer packaging, which incidentally was quite big for what is actually a fairly small item. The outer packaging has been removed and is not part of the unboxing. And what I've got to show you now, the first thing I want to say is that I was watching a video last night by my good friend Francis Cade, who makes a lot of cycling videos, and he was doing an unboxing of a product. And I was watching it and I thought, hey, on a minute, I was going to do that unboxing. So I don't want you to think that I'm doing this just because I'm copying Francis Cade, because I actually ordered this a couple of days before I watched his video. But the reason I ordered it is the same reason that he ordered it. And that is, there is an American guy who lives in Portland, I believe, in Oregon, whose name is Dustin Klein, and I recommend you check out his videos because I think they're brilliant. Anyway, one of the videos that he made was about how he made his cycling videos, and he recommended a particular GoPro mount. And it's the reason that Francis Cade bought it, and it's also the reason that I bought it, and it's the item that I'm unboxing for you today in this little box. Now, one of the things it says on here is designed in Whistler, sorry I can't read that, by Ken Achenbach, made in China like everything else. Isn't that interesting? So there am I commenting on the tat from the Tour de France all being made in China, including this rubbish t-shirt, I suspect, although they're not responsible for the damage to the collar. I did that myself. But this particular item was made in China. So what is it? Well, I'm going to open the box. I'm going to open the box in front of you. I'll try and read that. No, I'm not going to read it. Yes, it says get stoked. Do you know what that means? I don't know what get stoked means. Anyway, it is a grill mount for a GoPro. And I have a GoPro Hero 7 Black, which I've used a bit. I did an unboxing of it, and I've made a couple of videos of it, not anywhere near the standard of Dustin Klein, I hasten to add. But then I thought, I know, if I had a mount like Dustin Klein, I could make a video like Dustin Klein. Fellow YouTubers, it doesn't quite work like that, but we like to think it does. So anyway, I bought the mount, and it is a mouth mount. And I'm going to demonstrate. Now, when I have a highly developed gag reflex. Now, I don't want you to read anything into that. I don't want you to read too much into that. But one of the things is, if I have something in my gob and it goes down a bit too far, and it doesn't have to go down very far. When, you know, We're talking about everyday items here. Corn cobs, for example. No, I've never put a whole corn cob in my mouth. That would be ridiculous. But if I have, like a dentist, yes, a dentist sticks something in my gob. He doesn't have to stick it very far down my gob. And incidentally, this is one of the reasons why I'm quite glad that I am not showing any signs of coronavirus, because if I was showing signs of coronavirus, I'd have to have a test. And what do they do with the test? They take a swab and they stick it right down your gob, because it's got to tickle your tonsils. Yes, there's a phrase to conjure with. And it looks a bit like a nose, doesn't it? Can you imagine that? Yeah. Like a comic relief nose. Anyway, the way it works is you put your GoPro in the normal GoPro mount. I think it's a little bit cheap. Come on, guys. This was 35 quid for a bit of plastic, and they don't even give you a epoxy screw to screw in there. You've got to have your own screw. I know you get those with mounts, but this is a mount and they don't give you a screw. Anyway, you put your GoPro on there. I could demonstrate it with a GoPro, but you know what a GoPro looks like. And if you're watching this video, you know what a GoPro looks like. And if you don't know what a GoPro looks like, I don't know why you're watching this video, because why would you want a get stoked pro standard grill mount? I don't quite know why it's called a grill mount. I think what you're supposed to do, actually, you're supposed to boil this. To boil it? The grill mount was designed to fit and work better when heat molded to your teeth for a custom fit. High Performance Sports Institute research shows you get 20%, guys, 20% better balance, more power, and better concussion protection. Concussion protection? How does this offer concussion protection? That's mad, isn't it? So anyway, I have to boil this. I might as well boil my head while I'm about it. It might be more successful. Anyway, I'm going to boil this and then put it in my gob. The trouble is, actually, Dustin Klein says one of the reasons he likes it is he can hold it like, he doesn't have to have his shoulder up in the air like that. I'm only doing that so you can see it on the screen. But you can hold it like that and you can wave it around. And when you put it in your gob, it acts as a kind of stabilizer, or rather a gimbal. The reason I suddenly start talking a bit slower there is because when I put this in my gob, I start to have a gag reflex, and it's just, well, it's a reflex, it's uncontrollable, but I don't like it. I hope I'm going to be able to use this thing, because you stick this in your gob like that, right, and I don't think I can do this. Why have I got such a highly developed gag reflex? It's not a sign of intellectual superiority. It's not a sign of being a great cyclist. I'm a shit cyclist. It's not even a great sign of being a great photographer or GoPro or a YouTuber. It's not a sign of being a great YouTuber at all. It's just a very unpleasant feeling. And if you don't know what a gag reflex is, stick something in your gob and see how you like it. Anyway, that's what's supposed to happen. And if I'm gonna have to, I don't think I can do this, honestly. Sorry, I've got a bit of saliva on it there. I'll just have to wipe that off. I think maybe I'm just going to have to use it like that and forget about the gimbal effect of sticking it in my gob, because I'm just not convinced that works. Anyway, I will at some stage take a bit of sample video with the GoPro, whether it's in my gob or whether I just hold it in my hand so you can see it, see what it's like. In the meantime, it's got, my eyes aren't very good actually. It's got numbers on it. Sorry, I dropped it. It's got numbers on it. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's probably got something to do with how far you put your GoPro in. I don't know. So that's how. I think you're supposed to grip it with your back teeth, but I don't think I can grip it with my back teeth, you know. And I don't even know. Sorry, I'm just trying to control myself. It's not just the gag reflex that's doing it for me, or rather not doing it for me. It's the thought of the gag reflex. So I'm starting to get a bit of a complex about it. I'm thinking if I put this in my gob, I'm going to get a gag reflex. So I'm a bit tentative. I'm hardly going to make great YouTube videos with my GoPro sticking out of my gob if I can't even get past first. I can't get past first base. I'm sorry, guys. This is a great product. 35 quid. I mean, come on. Come on. I know it's made in China. Is that a sign of something being particularly valuable, that it's made in China? That you know, I can't really send it back now, can I? Because I've had it in my gob and I've sort of left teeth marks in it. Do you think if I boiled it, the teeth marks would go away and I'd get rid of all the... Well, I'm not a carrier of coronavirus as far as I know. Do you think if I boiled it, I'd get rid of all of that and I could stick it in this box? I mean, it's a bloody box. Look at that. There's a bit of plastic here that says best new GoPro accessory. Go to Amazon. Stoked. I don't know. Achenbach. Ken Achenbach. Achenbach, not Ken, I think, was it Gustav? Who is the hero of Thomas Mann's novel, Death in Venice, and subsequently the film with Dirk Bogarde. Rather a good film, although a little bit... Anyway, yeah, it was a good film, a few years old now. Anyway, his name was Achenbach, getting off the subject a bit. So that is the GoPro Pro Standard mouth mount, which I'm not 100% convinced I'm ever going to be able to use. But now you know what it's like. If you want to see another unboxing, you can watch Francis Cade's video. And if you want to see videos made with it, watch Dustin Klein's YouTube channel, because he is a very interesting is not good enough. He's very good, he's a very clever, he's a very exciting, I think he's a very original video maker, and he's a cyclist, by the way. He does gravel cycling around Portland, Oregon, and his films are very interesting. Anyway, rambling on a bit now, and that is the GoPro mount unboxing. Hope you enjoyed it. Not much to enjoy, but see you next time. That's called a reboxing, by the way. That's when you put it back in its box. Whether I ever take it out again, that's another matter. Take care.